Very good morning, everybody. Women's slalom coming up for you here from Bardonecchia Campo Smith. A good crowd will be on hand to welcome the racers in. This is the course profile. You can see a vertical drop of 145 meters. Well, as you look up the mountain, you can see two patterns of gates. The left-hand pattern, as we look up, will be the pattern used for the first run, the right hand for the second. And as always, it's the combined time of both runs that will decide the destination of the medals, and the fastest 30 from the first run will go in the reverse order in the second. So the weather, the cloud that has been with us over the last couple of days has lifted. And here is the starting list. The top 15 seeds being drawn randomly with bibs number 1 to 15. In fact, Watanabe Aaron of Japan, who goes 1, is the highest ranked racer in this field. And then from 16 onwards, they go in FIS ranking points. Well, Watanabe Aaron out of the start hut. The Japanese racer, who is the top ranked racer here, 21 years of age, from Tokyo University, and a chance now to have a look at the pattern of gates. Pretty direct, not much offset, and Watanabe going along very nicely. That's the last offset, taking her away to skiers left, and then very straight down this final pitch, and Watanabe Aaron will stop the clock 40:44. So we wait and see how she goes. Matilda Salo of Sweden next out on track, 5th ranked racer here. 4 slalom podiums this season in slalom, including 3 wins. They were in FIS races in Sweden. The one-time split on this track. Oh, she's out. Salo's got it wrong. Stella Rodling Swanberg. She's the 10th ranked slalom racer in this field, but if she can dial into the confidence of the final run yesterday, she was the 2nd quickest time across the competition for the women in the mixed team parallel. And here comes the Swede now. And she is in front by 1/100th of a second. Very close. Bib 4 is Marjolaine Ollier of France. 5th in the Alpine combined, 7th in the giant slalom. Ooh, just getting a little bit wide on that right ski, but gets the rhythm back under control. Good work from Ollier. 7th ranked slalom racer in the field. Made a Europa Cup debut back in December. 4 podiums of her 7. 4 podiums out of 4, in fact, sorry, in FIS slalom races back in December. So good work from her, and she will set the new time. That's really good skiing from Marjolaine Ollier as she goes into first spot. Alexandra Skorodova of Kazakhstan now. 3 FIS slalom race wins in her career, last coming in March of 24 in Italy. 19th in the giant slalom. The 12th ranked slalom racer here. And Skorodova going nicely midway through this first leg challenge. Doesn't look quite as quick as some before her, but the clock will tell. Ah, well, it's deceptive. She goes faster still by 6/100ths of a second. Amelie Klopfenstein of Switzerland next on track. And Klopfenstein, the 2nd ranked racer here. A Europa Cup racer with 25 slalom starts, coming off the back of her best result on the Europa Cup, which was 11th. She's got 19 podiums in slalom races across all manner of FIS, CIT, National Junior, national races. Light on her feet through that verticale. Trying to get the better of 39.83, and she's outside third, 0.32, within striking distance. Pauline Fischer of Germany next on track. 29 starts on the Europa Cup in slalom. Best of 43rd coming last month in Italy. And Fischer into the rhythm of this pattern of gates. And getting up nice and high to knock the gate out of the way and give her a chance of being as direct as possible. Needs to be really precise to maintain the pace down this piece. And this is a good run. She goes level with Skolodova. Maria Sol Antonini of Italy. Made her Europa Cup debut this season in slalom. She's raced in 6 Europa Cup races, best of 29th in Zell am See in earlier this month. 6th ranked slalom racer here, and 36 slalom podiums in FIS, CIT, national junior and national races. So a very accomplished slalom racer. But can she step up a notch here? This looks quick, but it's only 5th quickest for the Italian. Chiara Lantz, 27th in the giant slalom. Before that, her last FIS races were in Chamonix, France, so 2 third-place finishes in slalom races. That's 2 of her 7 slalom podiums. And Chiara Lantz, the last of the Swiss athletes in the top 15 seeds. And she's going to be just 800ths off the pace. Oh, it's nicely tight at the top. 800 separating the top 4. Can Martina Banci of Italy get amongst the leaders here? Banci, first race in a year, had 7 podiums in January of last year. A couple have come here, but she is out. She straddles. Banci, huge disappointment for her. So the last of the top seeds, Margherita Cecere, a bronze medalist in the giant slalom a couple of days or so ago. And Cecere, actually the 4th ranked slalom skier here, although her last, she's very late in the line. Good recovery, great recovery turns from Cecere. As I say, her last FIS slalom win was in March last year here in Bardonecchia. Oh, she's in the back seat, but somehow drives the body forward to stay in the pattern of gates. Made her Europa Cup debut last month and has just 1 finish from her 4 races on the Europa Cup. 39.83, quarter a second off the pace. That's within striking distance. Chloe Merlot of France now made her Europa Cup debut back in December. Most of her success has come in slalom. She was 9th in the Alpine combined, 10th in the Super G. And Merlot doing a good job on these turns, but not good enough, I'm afraid. She skis out. This is Ari Rodriguez Olasegui of Spain. She's 22 years of age and races only slalom. Had a couple of races over the weekend down in Terzi in Austria. 5th in the first, didn't finish the first run in the second. As a 13 Europa Cup slalom starts under her belt, 10th, 0.64 off the pace. Louison Acambray doing really nicely here. Two-time medalists at these games, and 0.55 goes into 8th place. Supile of France, winner of the giant slalom. Most of her FIS race wins have come in giant slalom for this season. And she's got a couple of slalom podiums as well, but I would say giant slalom, based on her results, would be her strongest suit. And Pile. Only a couple of gates from home now. Crosses the line. Oh, yes! Brilliant run. That is the first run of the women's slalom, and Pauline Fischer and Alexandra Skorodova lead the way from Pile of Switzerland, Ollier of France, Lance of Switzerland. The top 5 separated by 0.08 of a second, the top 17 by just 1 second. We get ourselves ready for the culmination, the finale of the women's slalom. Netherlands in the start hut now. Noah Rabot with bib number 23, just 20 years of age. Rabot advantage 33 hundredths over Custer, who leads the way. Good work from the Dutch athlete, who hasn't finished her last 3 slalom races. Rabu goes for the line. 35th in GS. Oh, she leads here. 0.78. Big run. Arieta Rodriguez Elisegui from Spain now. 22 years of age and 1/10 faster than Noah Rabu of the Netherlands, our current leader at the halfway stage of this women's slalom. 13 starts on the Europa Cup for the Spanish racer. Just 1 finish inside the top 30, the 29th. That came nearly 2 years ago now, though. Rodriguez Elisegui goes second, 22 hundredths off the pace. So Watanabe Eren of Japan, the highest ranked slalom racer in this field in terms of FIS points, but she's going to have to go some here in this second run because she's only 11th quickest after the first run. And Watanabe is laying it out there. Leads the Far East Cup slalom standings at the moment. Made her World Cup debut 12 months ago. And Watanabe is outside the time by just over 1/4 of a second. Bib number 3 is Stella Rodling Swanberg of Sweden. 10th after the first run, just 14 hundredths of a second, the right side of the clock. Nice work from Rodling Swanberg, looking for a second medal here after gold in the team events. 3 consecutive slalom wins this season. And she's outside it, is she? Yeah, by 0.46, not to be. Next up, it's Louison Acambray, a 2-time individual medalist here in Bardonecchia, winner of the Super G, bronze in the Alpine combined, making up for the disappointment 2 fourth-place finishes in Lake Placid 2 years ago, but she's out. Acombre skis out of the women's slalom. Maria Sol Antonini of Italy, and Antonini 35 hundredths quicker than Rabu after the first run. Good work from her. And Antonini looking to try and maintain the 0.35 advantage and extend it if she can. Going along really nicely, but is it enough to beat 1:19.39? No, 19 hundredths off the pace. Rabu moves up 6 spots. Top 7 now remain from the first run. The first of them, Amelie Klopfenstein of Switzerland. Her advantage, 0.42 at the top. The second highest ranked slalom racer, and she has to make some emergency turns to stay in the track. Has that cost her 0.42 advantage? She's going to have to absolutely motor on these bottom turns now, you feel. There's some urgency in these turns from Klopfenstein. $1:19.39, the time to beat. She's done it by 11 hundredths, so she loses 31 hundredths. She leads, but she knows that could have been better because there was an error in the top of the challenge. Margherita Cecere of Italy, just 7 hundredths quicker than Klopfenstein of Switzerland, who leads the way from the first run. Cecere, a bronze medalist in the giant slalom. Wasn't quite as quick onto that right ski as she would have liked. Nothing obviously wrong with these turns from Cecere. Cecere, the 4th ranked slalom racer here, and she's missed it by 100th. Oh, so close. She can't believe it. So the top 5 now from the first run. The first of them, Chiara Lantz of Switzerland. Lantz, 0.24 of a second quicker than our leader Klopfenstein, but only, and quite more importantly, only 800 slower than our quickest racers from the first leg. So any one of these next 2 or 3 racers, if they can lay down an absolute perler, will really put the pressure on those remaining at the top of the hill. Klopfenstein 1:19.28. The top 3 separated by only 11 hundredths. Here she comes now, Lantz. She's missed the lot. 20th quickest on the second run to drop down into 8th. Marjolaine Ollier of France, 4th quickest after the first run, 26 hundredths faster than Klopfenstein from that first run, and only 600 slower than our leaders from the first run. Can she find the rhythm, the line, to lay down a quick run? Ooh, late onto that right ski for Ollier. And that right footed turn was also very rounded. 1:19.28 to take the lead, 1:19.39 to get on the podium. Here comes Ollier now, and she goes 4th. She's missed it. Klopfenstein just 1 racer away from a medal. Supile of Switzerland, the next to go, 27 hundredths faster than her compatriot Klopfenstein. Winner of the giant slalom. Can she do the tech double here? Supile of France has a silver medal in the team event as well. Pile into the rhythm of the gates. 27 hundredths faster than our current leader, Klopfenstein. 500 slower than Fischer and Skorodova of Kazakhstan, our leaders. And I'm not sure about this one, but Pile is giving it everything on this second run. 3 gates from home. Pile 1:19.28. She's done it, 14 hundredths of a second. Uses up 13 hundredths of her advantage. Switzerland 1 and 2. Well, Pile is going to get herself a medal, her 3rd medal of these games. Alexandra Skorodova. Now, Kazakhstan have never won an alpine skiing medal at the FISU Winter Games. Can Skorodova rewrite that now? There's 1,500 separating the top 3, and her advantage just 500ths of a second over Pile, our leader from the first run. That was a rut that throws her out of shape. She looked really relaxed and deceptively quick in the first run. And is she laying down something similar? It's very smooth from the Kazakhstan skier, but is it quick enough to create a bit of history here? Skorodova for the podium. No, she's missed it. She's gone all the way down to 11th. Not enough urgency for the Kazakh racer, and you can see the disappointment. Pauline Fischer looking to give Germany their first ever win in the women's slalom at the FISU Winter Games. 500ths her advantage over our leader Pile from the first run. Fischer. All the coaches turning and watching as she comes, and that's an error, but somehow manages to get herself back into the racing line. Great work from Fischer, but there's this one error too many. 1:19.14 for the win. 1:19.29 for the podium. Here comes Fischer now, tugs for the line. She's missed it. Fischer's time. Fischer 4th. She's missed the podium by 400ths of a second. And so Chechelev, Italy, picks up her 2nd bronze medal. And Pile of Switzerland does the tech double here. Dan Bardanecki, a huge disappointment, not only for Fischer, but also Skorodova of Kazakhstan. Sue Pile of Switzerland makes it a tech double for her here in Bardanecki. There are your medalists for the women's slalom here at Torino 2025.